2019-2020 Student Body Treasurer. I thank you guys so much for coming, and I hope everything being said here today will help you inform and make your decision as to who you believe should be your student body treasurer. I believe that my experiences in leadership positions, my dedication to the school, and my personal qualities are just a few of the many reasons as to why you guys should vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Tanner?
All right. How's it going, everyone? My name is Tanner Richards, and I'll be running to be your 2019-2020 treasurer. Thank you all for coming out here. Tanarchy.
Hey guys, thanks for coming out. My name is Christopher Pay. I'll be running for obviously your student body treasurer. Don't have too much to say, just know that my experience unparalleled on this stage. I feel like, especially my involvement in the school for my 3 years, definitely prepared me for this position, and I just like to thank you for participating.
All right. So your first question, and I'll start on this side of the room with Carmel. You get, I believe it was 45 seconds to answer again. Again, you're addressing the room, not me. So even though I'm the question asker, speak to the crowd. Okay. Describe a time when you had to manage a project a certain way. This may include making unpopular decisions and delegating certain roles. Okay. So Carmel, you have the floor.
Okay, so I'm a president here of a club here at East. It's called East Cares. It's a volunteer service project. So recently we had a big event with the CHCCS Head Start and Pre-K. We had an event that was called the Spring Festival. I had many people volunteer and sign up to participate. However, due to several reasons, a lot of these volunteers just decided to not come and did not email me. So I had to quickly think on the spot of how to effectively find other volunteers that are willing to participate, and I also had to efficiently contact the person who runs the organization very quickly, because it was on that very day that I realized that I didn't have enough volunteers. However,
Okay. Thank you. All right, Tanner, same question. Describe a time when you had to manage a project a certain way.
All right, so I'm the assistant programs manager of a project called Friday Night Live, and it's for people with developmental delays. And I have to do things like manage the budget and like order food for the participants and interact with them. And it's everything you do there is a decision that you have to make, you have to take seriously, because the people there take everything very seriously. So yeah.
All right, thank you. Chris, same question. Describe a time when you had to manage a project a certain way.
This past year I've been serving as the vice president for DECA at this school, and I'm not sure if you guys are aware or not, but we do a lot of competitions regionally and at the state level, and that requires a lot of turning in forms, communicating between our club members and between our advisor, a lot of payments that exchange hands, so a lot of things that we do testings here, so it's a very process-minded thing, and that's, I think, what has been my experience with doing things like that.
All right, thank you. Okay. Second question. What experience do you have with money and accounting? What about at East specifically? Do you fundraise for other clubs? Do you make purchases or reimbursements, et cetera, et cetera? So Carmel.
so I've been a senator in student government for the past 2 years, and I had the experience of selling dance marathon tickets. That gave me an insight as to how the meticulous the bookkeeping process is, which is a skill that all treasurers need to have. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Tanner, same question.
All right, so like I said previously, I'm the assistant programs manager at Friday Night Live, and I do like minor accounting, like budgeting and calculating profits, stuff like that. And also, I feel like I'm pretty good with money.
Okay.
Myself.
All right, same question.
Just like previously mentioned, I'm vice president, but also recently I worked on the junior class council prom committee, and obviously there's a lot of money that needed to be collected with that. And outside of school, I work with the youth triathlon group, and I've been working there for 3 years, and I do a lot of the processing for them and a lot of the paperwork that goes into having these kids be able to compete in these triathlon events.
Thank you. Hey, we're doing debates in here. Y'all can come down. Thank you. So loud. Okay. All right. Question 3. What is your #1 initiative you would like to implement if elected? And how are you going to accomplish it?
So this year, I felt that there has been a lack of East community events such as Wildcat Wednesdays and tailgates at the major events. However, we need funding for these events and also dance marathons. So I believe that we should start expanding our UNC commission events with the concessions, that we have before big games. I also believe that we should start working more with local businesses in fundraising events for 2 reasons. We first tend to get more money out of working with local businesses rather than corporations. And also it helps bring back to our community and supporting our local businesses, which is something us in Chapel Hill should at least strive for.
Thank you. All right, Tanner, same question. What's your number one initiative, and how are you going to implement it?
Alright, so I'd like to make tickets to certain events cheaper. Prom was ridiculously expensive this year, so I'd like to make those tickets cheaper by fundraising at local restaurants like a Chick-fil-A, and so promote that. And also I feel like we're not getting money from people that are out of school. Like, we could do bake sales and stuff to like get people on the streets to donate money for scholarships for people.
All right. Okay. Okay. Same question, Chris.
I think a lot of our athletic departments, and I think as being involved with the athletic department, has allowed me to see that we have a lot of gray areas and where we have a lot of spending that maybe here and there that our parents can donate, and things at sporting events that we should use a lot more of, because these sporting events should become more attractive and more of a student body participated things. Like currently at football games, our attendance isn't the greatest. Our lacrosse teams do good, our softball teams do really good. We have so many teams that do really well, and we have just minimal attendance, so I think we need to introduce more participation.
Okay. Question 4, very simple one. How many dance marathons have you attended?
I've attended every dance marathon that I could have, starting from freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and honestly, I cannot stress this enough. It is one of the best events I've ever participated in, and I hope we can continue this tradition during next year.
All right. Tanner, same question. How many dance marathons have you attended?
Well, I've attended 1 dance marathon, and so, yeah.
Chris, same question. How many of you attended?
I've attended every dance marathon that I was in town for. I've attended 2, so
Okay.
this year I'm sophomore.
All right. Thank you. And then last question. If elected, how will you interact with students to know that what they want out of student government events?
So I really want to make student government more approachable to the students, and by doing this I want to include in our website more of a better way to connect with the students and student government officers by offering like a suggestion web page, so then students can input what they believe should be done in student government. I also want to increase the amount of meetings that we have with our senators and allow not just senators to come, because I felt that this year there has been really a lack of meetings, and I feel like if we do expand the amount of meetings we have, students will feel more open to give us suggestions.
Same question, Tanner.
Alright, so I think we as student government members should just go out and ask people. Let's be honest, no one really checks teacher websites or Google Forms or emails, so we should probably just ask our fellow students what they think getting down in the dirt.
Alright, same question, Chris.
I think as someone who's quite approachable, I'm obviously open to people to talk to me, but I do think I want to implement a weekly email update system that we can email our students to talk about upcoming events and things that you could participate with. Just like our basketball student versus teacher basketball game today, this year, it was like very poorly communicated, and there's a lot more need of organization in terms of how many people, the logistics, and how many people are going to be there. So I think we just need to kind of clean up those areas.
Okay. All right, so now is the time for rebuttals or kind of closing statements. So we'll start again. You have 30 seconds to just sort of wrap up or comment on anything that you want to comment on.
Thank you guys again so much for coming for this debate. I hope that everything being said here really helped inform you to make your decision as to who you believe should be the treasurer for the next school year. And I also thank these candidates for joining me here today. And yeah, thank you so much. Have a great rest of lunch.
All right, Tanner, same thing.
Alright, well, thank you for coming, everyone. I hope you have a great lunch. And yeah.
Obviously, I'd like to thank everyone, thank my candidates. Regardless of who you choose, hopefully you make an honest decision and who you think would be best treasurer.
All right, thank you. All right, this concludes our treasurer debate for today. Thank you for joining us. Tomorrow we will have